Welcome farm to family members and anyone else who's tagged along to this mini episode of unboxing with Just Roots Farm. We're taking a quick peek at the ingredients inside of our monthly CSAs or farm shares for this month, November. We'll talk about cooking and storage tips, and we'll demo a few delicious and nutritious recipes for you. Check out the description and to skip ahead to the parts that you'd like to see. This month's box includes Yukon potatoes, peeled and cut winter squash, frozen turmeric, broccolini, shiitake mushrooms, beets, carrots, and tomato puree. Let's check out some quick tips. If you want your potatoes to last a whole month long, keep them in an airy, dry, and dark place. Dark because we don't want to eat the little eyes when they start sprouting. Dry and airy because we don't want to accumulate mold. They are best when kept in an open bowl or basket or in a brown paper bag. Check out the description for potato puffs baked in the oven and watch us demo making a healthier alternative to shepherd's pie, cottage pie, packed with veggies. Winter squashes are super high in antioxidants, vitamin C, B6, magnesium, potassium, dietary fiber. The list goes on. Are you sick of plain roasted squash? Try out the winter squash casserole or winter squash and red pepper soup. Recipes in the description. We got frozen turmeric, and turmeric is a member of the ginger family and is famed for its health benefits, especially the anti-inflammatory properties. Curcumin is the medical benefit of turmeric and is poorly absorbed by the body unless you add a generous grind or two of black pepper. So when you choose recipes, add some black pepper. I found that with frozen turmeric, it's easier to shave it down with the skin on. It's hard to peel the skin off, but if you had fresh turmeric, you could peel that right off and then grate it. You can use it grated in smoothies, sauteed in stir-fries, added to marinades or salad dressings, pureed in soups, stews, or sauces, or even mixed into cocktails. Just make sure to add that black pepper. My favorite recipe is to make golden milk, which is basically just a sweet cup of turmeric flavored tea. So you can cook your turmeric into your warm milk just by heating it on the stove. You can add in some sliced ginger root or powdered ginger root, maybe some maple syrup or honey to sweeten it, and I like to use unsweetened oat milk. Make sure to add the black pepper. Broccolini is similar to broccoli, but with smaller florets and longer, thin stalks. I find it to be more tender than regular broccoli, and it's great oven-roasted, stir-fried, and used in soups. Check out this Broccolini Stir-fry. You can use your carrots, onions, and shiitake mushrooms too. There's a great broccolini soup recipe as well in the description with green onions. Beets are such an incredible source of vitamins, including iron. We've covered quite a few beet recipes in these unboxing videos: beet roasty or beet pancakes, balsamic glaze oven roasted beets, but here are two unique ways of using your beets. Beet lemonade, don't knock it before you try it, and baked beet fries with spicy aioli. Yum. Shiitake mushrooms are often described as having an earthy, smoky flavor with rich, meaty, yet buttery texture when cooked. I use them interchangeably with button mushrooms in stir-fries, soups, stews, casseroles, and more. The recipes featured in the video description are shiitake mushroom pasta and simple pan-cooked shiitakes, and the video shows us making creamy shiitake soup as well as featuring them in a cottage pie. We use carrots fresh in salads, in soups, stews, as pickles, and even desserts. There are endless options for the versatile carrot. If beet fries weren't enough, we included a recipe for carrot fries with Ketchupy ranch, and the video has us demo how to make carrot cake overnight oats. These are great for kids and for adults. Tomato puree can be used in soups, stews, or any other dish where the tangy tomato flavor is desired. Here's a few recipe ideas. Shakshuka is a simple and nourishing combination of simmering tomato puree, onions, garlic, spices, and gently poaching eggs. This chicken curry recipe is healthy and a great way to use your fresh turmeric. Alright, I think it's time to demo some recipes here. We're going to start with the soup using our shiitake mushrooms. It's a creamy shiitake soup. Go ahead and cut those into bite-sized pieces like that. and grab a tablespoon of butter and melt that in with a tablespoon of oil, and you can cook your mushrooms in that. That'll keep them from burning, probably for about 10 or 15 minutes on low heat. While those mushrooms are cooking, you can go ahead and start prepping your other vegetables. I used one whole onion and I diced it, and I sliced one whole carrot. And you're going to use a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of thyme and some freshly ground black pepper. That's going to be the spice mix. So when you get ready for the next step, you're all set to go. Next, you're going to pull out half of the mushrooms on the pan once they're done cooking, and you're going to set those aside. Those will go into the soup later. Go ahead and add your chopped onion and carrot, and then your spice mix, and give it a good stir. Measure about 2.5 cups of either low sodium stock or water, and put that in a stock pot. And then once your vegetables are all done, you're going to move those into the stock pot and cook for about 20 minutes uncovered. And after 20 minutes, we'll blend it and mix and incorporate all those ingredients. Last few steps are pouring it back into the stock pot, and we're going to add our milk, either almond, soy, oat, or you could do heavy cream, but we'll do 1 1/2 cups of milk. Make it really creamy. And then lastly, our little mushrooms that we set aside will be added in. We'll cover that pot up and then cook it on low for 5 minutes, and then you're ready to eat. Next up is our carrot cake overnight oats. These are great for kids, super healthy. We're going to start by finely shredding 1 small carrot. You can use whatever you can, food processor's fine. Add 3/4 a cup of milk. I used unsweet oat milk. And about 1/8 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I put in 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. It's okay to use more. And then I also added about a full tablespoon of raisins. You can get creative and add your favorite seasoning, but I did salt and cinnamon. And I added 1/2 cup of oats. You can use steel cut, whole grain, whatever you got. Instant's fine too. Add your carrots, and then some kind of roasted nut or seed might be nice too for some added protein. And then you're going to cover it and refrigerate it overnight, and then you're pretty much ready to eat it the next morning. I like to drizzle honey or maple syrup on mine. Our last dish is a veggie-packed cottage pie. It's a version of a shepherd's pie. Start with the mashed potatoes for on top. You can peel or not 1 1/2 pounds of potatoes and cut them into chunks to get ready to boil. And you're going to boil them till they're fork tender. Next, you're going to drain the potatoes, and we'll add chicken stock or whatever you like. Veggie works too, 3/4 a cup, some black pepper, some salt to taste, and then you can use butter or sour cream. I used vegan sour cream, and I did 2 tablespoons. Then we'll mash them all up and set them aside. Next, we'll start on the filling for our shepherd's pie by mincing 2 to 3 garlic cloves. And I did again 1 whole onion for this, diced. And I diced 3 small carrots into small pieces. And I had celery and frozen green beans, so that's what I used, but you can use peas, corn, or any other vegetables you have in this. This was a great way to use up my mushrooms. I used shiitakes, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, a tablespoon of Worcestershire, which you could use A1 instead, a teaspoon of rosemary, and 1 whole cup of beef broth or vegetable stock. Go ahead and get 2 tablespoons of olive oil on your stove, along with your onions and garlic and what other veggies you have that aren't frozen. You'll cook this for about 5 minutes, and then you can add the liquid mix that you just made with your seasoning in it, and any of your frozen vegetables, along with 2 tablespoons of flour, and stir. Get started on browning your beef on a pan with a little bit of olive oil if you'd like, or butter. Salt and pepper the meat, and once the meat is fully cooked, you can mix it in with your vegetables, put it into an oven-safe pan like a pie pan, and then you'll spread it over the top and take your mashed potatoes and layer those on top. Then we'll stick it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, and follow up with a broil at about 500 degrees for 5 minutes or so till the top looks golden brown and delicious. Here it is. I hope you enjoy like I did. Thanks again for watching Unboxing with Just Roots Farm. I hope those videos and recipes are helpful for you and you're excited to get cooking. Don't forget to check out our kitchen support hours. This is just a time for you to come on and chat about stuff you've been cooking or questions you have. That's on Zoom on Friday, the week of delivery, and it's from 12 o'clock to 1:30 p.m. You can sign on at any time, doesn't have to be the whole time. I look forward to seeing you there. Please email me with any questions or if you'd like to request a different time to meet. My email is brooke@justroots.org. Have a wonderful day.